Let me start with what Dr. Saru wanted to say, that sustainability and GDP. And while doing that, let me first thank Mr. Dev bringing this panel discussion, but I'd like to make some complaint also. You know, the recent survey made for all plastic professionals in the world, I was reading one of the source, the challenges, there are many factors were like challenging for many people, for the packaging people, all of you who are around and all that. It shows that the people are finding, more percentage of people are finding challenge for the sustainability rather than GDP, or if I convert into cost of packaging material and all that. So you see the trend is already changing, that we have to understand and we have to do something about sustainability. But the question is the how. It cannot be done only by understanding what is the definition and what we understand by sustainability and discussing in this manner. So from Indian perspective, and we have to draw some of the lines from what advanced countries are doing, where the advancements in packaging material is going on. I like to put a focus on that we must look at it in the two approach. One approach is in terms of innovation, and innovation which is happening in terms of materials, processing, and applications. Now that, and I'd like to elaborate on that. But the second point which I'd like to bring in is like, we are talking sustainability, and I think you have heard from Dr. Amri Narayan, and I missed it, the lecture today, how to quantify, how to index sustainability. If you are not doing it, discussing like that is not making any sense. Okay? But how to do that? Are we making any progress or any step in doing that? That's my complaint to Mr. Dev. I mean, it should have been more focused towards that. And if we are not doing that, some of the numbers you have seen from Dr. Saru's talk, but what meaning they are carrying? Okay? Why is he talking about that weight reduction that we have to do? And he's showing 99% weight reductions, and we are working for it. Many times, and especially a moderator asked me, Mr. Shah asked me to do an Indian perspective. I mean, I think commonly, generally, we start thinking of sustainability in terms of biodegradability. Let me bring it like that. Okay? What goes into the market? What can is it biodegradable? Biodegradable only does not mean sustainability. We must understand that point. Okay, and that's why what we have to do, we have to take a very global view of it, and that's the life cycle analysis approach and all that. And I don't think we in India have geared ourselves, and the people who are involved in the packaging industry or promoting or using that, we are doing that, and we have to take it to that level. Today we should decide to take that action to do that. And I'll take a few minutes more from the moderator to tell that. When you see those data, we must understand that we have to, when I say the total view, that means what Dr. Saru also wanted to say, and what the definition of life cycle analysis wanted to say, is that material, energy, water, and all the savings is being done. Then it has to be done from a cycle, from its beginning to the process where the raw material has come from, and then the process that is happening, the transportation also that is saving all these things, and where it is going post use, or can we take it or give it to another life. Okay, so if we all together start thinking that we will now take a holistic approach, we must not, any material can be sustainable. And we have the advantage of thinking that polymer or plastics being a very lightweight and the flexible, obviously we can do that. But because we are not only thinking of that only waste management or packaging, biodegradability, or how to take care of it. So So the future is immense. So what I wanted to say, that if we can think about it, then not only the material reductions, the new material that is coming, because what I wanted to take, my first point is that sometimes we are doing over packaging. We are not thinking of reusable packaging. I think US and Europe are thinking of reusable packaging. How much in Asian countries we are thinking of reusable packaging? Maybe because of the change in our climate, because of change in or the way we handle the packaging material, the requirement. So the previous panel what was discussing, those advancements, we have to put it together to think about that we can have a new material. We can have even a thinner material with the much improved properties. Okay? We know that, and think of now bio-based materials, which Dr. Abdin already have given us all the awareness and all that. Okay? So I will stop at this point to ask myself and all of you to think that there should be a new approach, and there should be a quantitative approach, and let us decide to take that in this panel today, maybe end of it, because another thing is that it requires immense data and training to do that. But all together, if we develop that kind of tools to evaluate all these materials, will be, if in future, will be very successful in making all our material systems.